I want to talk to you. Listen to this quote. The chains of habit are too weak to be felt before they're too strong to be broken. That is probably one of my favorite quotes of all time, and everybody around me knows that because they get annoyed as shit when I'm saying it every goddamn day. But let's be honest, it is so true. And that especially means when it comes to your fitness, okay? Everybody knows that it's not a crash diet, it's not a magical workout program that's gonna get you to your fitness goals. It is essentially creating the ultimate lifestyle that's gonna help you get there and achieve success in all other areas of your life. So today's video, we're gonna cover my top 5 habits that are gonna transform your life and get you the gains you always wanted. Let's go. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy John Mango and my little buddy over here. Hey, Bozy, psst. Hey. I swear, that's a real dog, I swear. Anyway, I'm here representing Beyond the Iron, where we're looking to take your fitness and nutrition further, so you may, depending on whether or not you take this damn advice. You gonna take that advice, bud? You gonna take that advice, huh? And roll with it, and if you don't do it, then you may not change your life. It's up to you. Also, if it is your first time on the channel today, I'd like to welcome you and let you know that we have a lot of fitness videos, workouts, tips, tricks, strategies, nutrition, meal plans, everything in between. So if you're a smart person and you realize how amazing that is, then hey, consider subscribing. Alright, anyway, enough of that. Let's go back to my more serious tone, my more serious self. Alright, so check it out. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we're gonna talk about 5 top habits that are gonna change your life forever. I guarantee it, so long as you implement them. And of course, I don't want to give you the idea and make you think that if you implement these habits tomorrow, your life's going to change. Not only that, but it's actually kind of hard to implement and change your life overnight. It's very hard to just suddenly start a new habit overnight as well. Don't forget, there's always going to be ups and downs when trying to stick to and create a new habit, whether that's working out consistently, meal prepping, or whatever the case is. Any of the other habits we cover here, don't forget, it is never a linear path to success. It is always up and down, so just keep that in mind and let's go ahead and move forward. Before I get started with the first habit here, I just want to let you know, if you stick until the end of the video, I'm actually going to give you a kind of a step-by-step process as to how you can actually begin implementing these habits effectively and stop being like the average person that tries something and falls off, because let's be honest, it's pretty damn annoying if you're somebody in my position. So let's dive in. Habit number 1. Can you guess what it is? I bet you can. That's right. Habit number 1 is a meal prepping. Prepare your meals. Keep in mind, this habit does not just make fitness easier, nutrition easier, it's gonna make your entire life easier. Let me explain why, but before I do, I have plenty of meal prep and meal plan videos for you up on the channel already. You can click right here in the top right or in the description below and you can check them out there. But hear me out on why you should meal prep. Meal prepping is key because, let's cover the basics here, it's gonna help you structure your nutrition, which is obviously the most important part when it comes to building the right lifestyle and feeling better physically, getting better results at the gym. Second, it's gonna save you money, okay? Now, people that don't meal prep, again, they're not structured, they're going by the seat of their pants, whatever the hell that saying is, and they eat out a lot. They end up spending money without even realize how much they're actually spending. So that's another tip. Another point is it's actually gonna save you lots of time. For some reason, I feel like people don't meal prep because they feel like it's gonna take so damn long, it's so damn hard. That is just not the case, alright? It actually takes me about 1 to 2 hours max for an entire week of meals. So, what's your excuse? Alright, that is tip number 1, habit number 1. And by the way, these habits are not in order of importance. I think that they're all equally important because if you combine all of them together, you're gonna be a whole different person. People are gonna be like, who the hell is this guy? And I don't like him no more because he's too good for me. Habit number 2, if I were to rate, is maybe even a little bit more important than meal prepping, and this is gonna be sleep schedule. Alright, so the reason why this is arguably one of, if not the most important one, is because the foundation of everything else you do throughout the day and your life is gonna be predicated on how you feel, how you sleep, how much rest you have, and that's basically all ties in together. So sleep scheduling, what do I mean by this? Well, a couple things. One, you want to make sure that you're getting an adequate amount of sleep, of course. We've all heard this one before. Adequate amount of sleep, which should be minimum 7 hours. And by the way, I was in that camp before. I can't sleep more than 4 hours or I don't feel good. Oh, sleep is for the weak. I got a wake-up call from that one. Trust me, you don't want that same wake-up call. Heed my advice now so you don't go through what I went through from trying to cut sleep. 7 hours minimum. From there, you establish you're gonna get 7 hours a night. Now you gotta establish when is the preferred time for you to wake up. Doesn't mean that it's the current time you're waking up. Maybe you wanna wake up earlier. Great, pick that time. So from there, all you gotta do is add or subtract or whatever. 7 hours before, that is the time you should be asleep in bed, lights out. Now, a massive pro for getting the right sleep schedule is something that people don't even realize. It's actually gonna help you stay more consistent with your workouts. Okay, and the reason for this is because one thing that I do recommend is working out as soon as you can. All right, so if you can work out first thing in the morning, you're golden, bud. Again, sleep schedule, if you wake up early every day and you're rested from 7 or more hours of sleep, you're gonna go to the gym first thing in the morning because now you got the time because you planned out the sleep. And when you go there 7 a.m., chances are you're not gonna skip. Whereas if you go after work, you're kind of tired, you're busy, you drive by McDonald's, it's looking real good, they got that new commercial, all this negativity builds in your head. Start your day off by waking up a little bit earlier. And by the way, that's a bit of a tip inside of a tip here. Try to set up your sleep schedule so that you also wake up slightly earlier. Myself, I wake up at 4 to 5 a.m. every single day, and that might be a bit extreme for you, but I'm just saying pick a time that is early enough for you to get things done before you get the rest of the day started. So it's gonna increase consistency with the workouts. This is massive. If you're somebody who struggles with this, boom, that could be your solution right there. And of course, a point that we all know is that sleep is gonna help with recovery. And that doesn't just mean from working out, that also means mental recovery. It helps you go through your day with a clearer mind, and just more rest is better. When I used to get 4 hours of sleep a night, working 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-hour days, I didn't even know this. My parents started telling me, look, you're waking up, you got bags under your eyes every goddamn day. And I was like, yeah, whatever, mom, I got this. Next thing you know, I'm just like, oh shit, my bad, buddy. Look at this guy, man. This guy's actually kind of cute when he's not annoying the shit out of me. So yeah, it's gonna help with recovery. Trust me, you're gonna need that to be more productive, to stay consistent with workouts, to even fuel the potential ability to create new habits like meal prepping, for example. So sleep is key. Habit number 3 is one that you're gonna hate, absolutely hate. Doing cardio every single day, or at least as often as possible. Now, of course, I understand for some of us it may not be practical, although I do kind of think that's bullshit because anybody can run around the block, walk around the block, but the point here is try to do cardio as much as you can. Just like before, set up a schedule. If you could do 3 times a week, great. 4 times, 5 times, the more the better in my opinion. That doesn't mean that you should be running for hours a day every single day. I'm just saying prioritize doing cardio, okay, because of countless benefits. I mean, goddamn, you're improving your heart. You're literally making your heart stronger. But let's get a little bit more technical for you, I guess, because it's usually not enough to say that. So cardio is gonna essentially improve the efficiency at which your body is able to pump blood through your body. This translates to massively larger amounts of energy. You're gonna feel so much more energized throughout the day. You're gonna recover better. Again, more mental clarity from the endorphins you get. It's overall just a great idea to start incorporating cardio. Anybody who's under the impression that cardio is no good because you'll lose muscle, cardio is no good because it doesn't help you lose fat, this is all false belief. And honestly, I'm not even gonna put studies in the description for you to know because goddamn, it is just so logical. Cardio is important, okay? It's important to get your body moving, to get the blood pumping, and again, I do recommend that you do this first thing in the morning after you've gotten your sleep schedule all checked out. Also, another huge bonus of doing cardio often is burning those extra calories. Essentially means a more elevated metabolism. A more elevated metabolism is always better than a slower one. One, because you can eat more food, and 2, because it's actually gonna have a favorable effect on your body composition. What I mean by that is simply, you're gonna look better if you do more cardio. It is that simple. Alright, habit number 4, okay? Again, something you're gonna hate. This one is related a little bit more to the fitness and nutrition side of things, and that's gonna be track your nutrition intake. So that means calories, macros, track this. Trust me, one myth I want to get right out of the way is tracking takes forever. That's no way to live your life. That's such bullshit. First of all, tracking takes roughly 2 to 5 minutes of your day. If you don't have 2 to 5 minutes, as Mr. Robbins says, you don't have a life. So I recommend getting that checked out first. See, most of you are like my little boy over here, right? Y'all are complaining about not having enough time. This guy literally sits around all day. He's got tons of free time. This guy didn't track his nutrition either, but he's cute as hell. So what's your excuse? There you go, bud. Sorry about that. Don't poo your pants, alright? So now that 90% of you are basically off this video, I just want to let you know, for those that stuck around and are intrigued by this idea and understand that this is the fundamental idea to make sure that you improve your life, I have 2 videos, but the one I'm going to link above is going to be an exact tutorial, the ultimate guide as to how to track your calories with the app that I recommend, just to show you how simple, how easy, and how life-changing it could be. My favorite way to put it is this: you can't guess and progress. So for example, you want to know why you can't reach your fitness goals? Well, when I ask you how many calories you're eating, you have no idea because you think that calories are not meant to be measured. It's not calories in versus calories out, and that is all BS that I've proved on the channel multiple times. I'm saying it right now, and if you don't do it now, you're gonna have to do it at some point unless you're not willing to take your fitness seriously. Track your damn calories. Alright, my 5th and final habit here is going to be weigh yourself every single day. And again, if I didn't lose everybody off that, I bet you I lost 99.9% of you. So for the 2 people that are watching that are left, check it out. Weighing yourself every single day, if you don't do it already, is an essential habit. And I'll tell you why. I'm not telling you that weighing yourself is something that you should get attached to. It's quite the opposite. Instead, the reason why you should weigh yourself is so that you have control over your body composition at all times. What I mean by this is simple. So if your goal is to make sure that your finances are on point, you want to check your finances often. No, you don't need to check them every day, but your weight fluctuates quite a bit every day, and the best way to do this is to simply weigh yourself. It takes 2 seconds. You step on the scale in the morning after you go to the restroom and before you eat or drink anything, and then you write it down on a sheet of paper or even in your phone. Every week you take the weekly average. From there, week to week, you're going to see if you're gaining fat or if you're losing fat or what's going on with your body. So that's why it's so crucial to know, because this is literally going to skyrocket your results when it comes to fitness and health. It's going to give you an exact guide as to which direction you're going. If you couple these with all the habits prior, you're going to understand exactly what to do to switch things up and make sure that you move in the right direction. Alright, so those are my 5 top habits for you to significantly change your fitness, improve your results, and essentially your life in general, okay? But of course, there's plenty of other habits. Those are just the ones I wanted to highlight in today's video. And now if you stuck around, I'm going to go ahead and give you that step-by-step formula as to how to implement them. Now, a quick disclaimer, this is not a get habits fast scheme. It's quite the opposite, actually. I'm going to show you the exact way that I was able to do this and master my fitness and my lifestyle, and the way you should do it as well. Before I jump into it, again, I want to reiterate that this is not an overnight process. This will take a long time, but it takes a very long time to create habits that will eventually compound into success. Keep that in mind. So it's very simple. You want a step-by-step process? Let's break it down. You got to start with very, very small things. Now, I talk about this a lot on my Instagram stories. If you don't follow me right here, I also talk about it in other YouTube videos, but let's take an example. So you want to start doing the cardio habit, right? Well, how do you do this? People would think, okay, I'll start doing the cardio habit, I'll schedule out 3 days of the week, and I'm good to go. But wait, that might be a little bit too fast. What I always recommend is the more conservative you go, the more likely you are to stick to something, and the more likely you are to reap the results of that thing. So instead of starting with 3 days a week of cardio, if you do 0 currently, start with 1 day a week of cardio. Schedule in the Monday. Once you finish cardio on the Monday, because it's only one time, it doesn't seem overwhelming, boom, you just got your win for the week. Hey, if you want to do extra that week, great, that's only a bonus. Next week, you're gonna add a second cardio session. So let's say the Monday and the Wednesday. Simple, that still doesn't seem too much. You did once last week, you could do twice this week. Boom, you're good to go. Now what I would do is I would probably hold it there a little bit until you're comfortable and you've created a habit of knowing, oh, it's Monday, I do have my run scheduled in for today, so I'm gonna do that. Once you're at that point, perfect, bump it up to 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for example, whatever works best for you. And just like that, over the next maybe 2 months, 3 months, you will have an engraved habit of doing cardio 3 times a week, or even more so if you decide to increase that volume. All right, now let's take the tracking. You want to implement the tracking habit. Simple. Track 1 meal 1 day of the week. Can you do 1 meal 1 day? See, people will look at these habits or these little step-by-steps and think, well, that's pointless. That's not doing anything for me. Those are the people that don't stick to it, because the more conservative you are, the lower you set the bar. In this case, I don't like to say that, but the lower you set it in this case, the easier it is for you to get those small wins. Habit creation is essentially a series of small wins which allow you to be more consistent and therefore reap those results. So track 1 meal 1 day of the week. Anything else over that is a bonus, but don't set yourself up for more than that. Write down 1 meal 1 day of the week. Boom, you do it, check it off. The next week, 2 meals 1 day of the week, or 1 meal 2 days of the week, and so on. Okay, I'm sure you guys get the picture, till eventually you're up to, let's say, 3 meals 3 days of the week, and eventually someday you're tracking everything because it's habit, you've implemented it, and not only that, but you've realized and experienced the amazing results you'll get from implementing that. When it comes to sleep, I'll give you one more example. Instead of trying to just wake up suddenly at 2 hours earlier than you're used to, wake up 15 minutes earlier. Set the alarm 15 minutes earlier and do that for 2 weeks until you've gotten used to it. Once you have, because it does take your body some time to adjust, boom, bump it up to 30 minutes earlier per week. Continue the cycle until eventually you're at your desired wake up time, okay? This took me a very long time to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. I struggled for years. I would wake up at 7, I would be pissed because I wanted to wake up at 5. It took me like a year to be able to consistently. Now I can't wake up at any other time. It's natural for me, but again, I created the habit and I manipulated those small little wins every single day to get there. Guys, you do the same, you're gonna change your life forever, okay? So that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I wanna just thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this style of video, if you like the habits, if you have any other habits you wanna comment, leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you ASAP, and I'll appreciate and thank you for commenting, all right? Anything else you wanna see, let me know. Share it with your friends that you feel like might be able to use this information. Like, comment, and subscribe for weekly fitness content coming just to help you get to your goals faster. Once again, I'm John Mango, representing Beyond the Gains, Beyond the Iron. We're looking to take your fitness and nutrition further so you just may change your life forever. Guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. I'm out.